Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here, and welcome back to Stellaris, the Stellar Republic campaign. In Republic news, we have received concerning reports from one of our deep space exploration vessels. They encountered unknown vessels that, once their communications were decoded, were confirmed to be Kark. The Kark were also once a vassal species of the Great Republic, but violently broke away as the Republic began to fragment. They have not been heard from for over a century, and there has been some speculation that they destroyed themselves in an internal conflict. However, the news that they have reformed their empire and are expanding bodes ill for the galaxy. News of the Kark has caused initial enthusiasm for a military confrontation with the Nib over their enslavement of humans to cool somewhat. More moderate voices are now being heard calling for territorial expansion and a focus on fleet strength and defense. It is now feared that rash action may lead to war on two fronts. However, there is agreement that the Kark now represent the more significant threat. And that's news. Kind of a short one today, but that kind of was the big news, is that we ran into the Kark Empire. And they are expanding and pushing towards us. So we need to kind of be careful here, because they may expand into territory that will deny us resources. So we need to start building star bases, and fast. So we have a science ship that is done exploring here. What I think we're going to do with this science ship is we're going to explore through the Eye of the Ancients, and then we're going to send it off to other business. So let's go ahead and survey that system. And there is one other thing that I noticed, is that we have, looks like they are the Outcast Armada. Okay, they are pirate ships. So the home fleet is the closest fleet to respond, so they are going to go ahead and head here and engage that fleet. They may do some damage before we get to them, but we'll see. Alright, so construction ships. What are you doing? You're heading over there. You are building stuff there. What I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do is build another construction ship. Oh, I barely have any minerals. Because I've been spending all my minerals on expanding the fleet. There we go. Let's get that construction ship going. We need to secure this arm here. Alright, a wavering signal haunts Guadar C3A, though it does not seem to originate from the planet's surface. Figure out what that is. Oh yeah, we ran into the giant spiders in that system. If someone says that if we colonize the giant spider planet, we can build arachnid armies. That sounds interesting. Alright, dangerous wildlife is now been dealt with. Pop, growth, speed, defense center. Defense army damage, defense army morale. That sounds like it might be a good idea. And goes vapor refining. Let's see, pop resource production plus 10%. Naturally occurring stimulant that helps all forms of life perform at maximum capacity. That could be nice. We have access to the regenerative hull tissue, amoeba breeding program, and the frequency tuning, energy siphon, starbase capacity plus 2. Actually, the starbase capacity might be a good idea.
Construction project concluded. Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Alright. You are going to head here and build an outpost. You are going to head... Do we head for Mar Adetta? Yeah, Mar Adetta. Oh, we don't have enough. Well, start flying there. By the time you get there, we'll have enough
Anomaly
minerals.
found.
Our scanners are detecting unusual emissions coming from the surface of this asteroid. We should investigate. Yeah, go ahead and investigate. Alright, we got our FTL speed and FTL charge time reduced. Olon Computer Center? The Ulon Computer Center is engaged in physical research on the basis of mathematical data obtained from artifacts of ancient civilization. It's cheap. Let's do it. Build the starbase.
Mining station offline.
Mining station offline. Alright, now, on the RP Discord, there was a vote to say that we should switch what focus we're working on, or tradition tree, because we're not really going to be building a federation at the moment, so we can come back to this, but the switch to domination over here, which allows us to basically manage vassals. Star-Lord, subject opinion increase, trust cap increase, income from tributaries. The pomps of all your subjects will also count in our naval capacity. Unity output is increased by 5% for subject, because we might be having some subject states. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to work on that.
Station sustaining damage.
Where is the fleet? It's going to take them 335 days to get there. Scientist Nesithe Throfe, on board the science vessel URSF Nikopoton, has made a wonderful discovery on Tinkimkalate 2C. This world is an ideal, temperate planet with nitrogen oxygen atmosphere and a resilient ecosystem. It might offer optimal conditions at different latitudes thanks to its diverse terrain with biomes that are eminently suitable to most forms of life. We have discovered a Gaia world. Alright, survey completed. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Earth. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search of strange life forms. Where is this? Oh, it's there? We should probably try to grab it before the Nabe do. Well, the Nabe can't. They have no path to get there. An emergency transmission buoy floats in gentle orbit around Guadar C-3A. Its outer casing is heavily damaged, seeming by glancing weapons fire or a powerful explosion. It might be a human model or for civilian ships, designed to be ejected as an emergency measure should the comm systems fail. The extent of damage makes it impossible to know for certain. It is repeating a weak, distorted signal. Clean up the transmission. Go ahead and go to tell you to hit that research project once you're finished surveying. Castiofilo Ashatolos has been elected as president. Alright, so she's been re-elected. Alright, so we discovered that. We should go for turbo lasers, I think. Yeah, turbo lasers.
System survey concluded. Special project concluded.
The ransomers, SOS. The buoy has been verified as one of human make, and the signal it's relaying has been unstabilized. Human authorities, identify yourselves. What is this? Human captives. Hello, this is the captain of the Luxion, a human civilian transport. Former captain. The Luxion is gone. We were boarded by pirates and taken captive before they blew up the ship. Who captured you? I think they call themselves the ransomers? The ransomeers? At any rate, they're a vile bunch. We'd all be dead already if they didn't think they could get something for us from the Stellar Republic. I've overheard them discussing their demands. Alright, we will rescue you. Oh, thank you, President. We were being held in some space station, but I have no idea where we are beyond that. I will increase the transmission burst now to let you triangulate the location of this prison from the emergency buoy. Position recorded in the situation log. Alright. Scientist Kendros Tyson has developed new skills, has gained the maniacal trait. Alright, so what is this? The ransomers. Oh, they're over here. What do we need? A band of pirates calling themselves the Ransomeers have kidnapped the crew of a human pirate private transport vessel. Intend to free them before the pirates can make any demands. Captain crew rescued. I'm guessing this is going to be a job for one of our fleets. So I'm going to send a fleet there. An actual military fleet. Science ship. Survey that system. Oh, the impossible fungoid. First words. Let's see, the small fungoid has recently begun to vocalize. Its first words were a guttural Nivlac, incoherent but ardently repeated, and so the scientists have proudly named the fungoid Nivlac. Since then, its language has developed at a spectacular rate, and is now able to successfully convey the 7 primary emotions, and does so often to its own spawn. It reproduces by spreading its spores, as a matter of routine, and the laboratory will soon be insufficient to house the fungoids. The Nivlac still has not shown any signs of aggression. Astonishing, every human should have one. Fill empty Earth planet tiles with Nivlac pops. Let's find them a home. Relocate the Nivlacs from the laboratory to a suitable planet of their own. Well, we actually need to clear these. Clear blockers. We only have one open tile at the moment. This option is available due to the Stellar Republic having the Xenophile ethic. Should we allow these things to live on Earth? Or should I send them somewhere else to establish a home? They see, while they're not hostile, their aggressive growth rate may prove to be an issue. And so I'm going to say, let's go ahead and find them a home. Let's find them a suitable planet for them to have on their own. Proto-molecule infected station? Oh. At first, this asteroid station seemed abandoned, damaged, but as soon as we started listening to various electromagnetic channels, we could hear strange voices, ever so slightly picking up in speed. On closer inspection, the interior of the station is filled with strange crystals and a bizarrely moving biometal core. almost lifelike. The entire place sounds terrifying. Worrying. The Einstein has found the protomolecule infected station. Let's leave it alone. If you're unfamiliar with the, that is a reference to The Expanse series of novels and actually is a television show on the Sci-Fi Network. Actually, it's going to be switching over to Amazon, I think, for the next season. Great, great series if you haven't watched it before. Highly recommend. Alright, we blew up those raiders. Good. And it seems like before they could really do much damage, they knocked out one of our stations. Right, home fleet. Head back. Head to Alpha Centauri for the time being. Could we potentially start colonizing Tineth 4? I don't see why not. I mean, it will cost us some minerals, but that's about it. It's going to be Tineth Prime. Give me a second. Okay, because I had some suggestions from people to name a colony in this system. Actually, hold on just a second. Because they actually wanted 2 planets named. We have 2 colonizable worlds here. So you know what I'll do? Because they wanted to name the planets Eurysthenes and Procles, which are the names after the founders of Sparta. But I would like to do that in a system that has 2 colonizable planets. So here is where we will do that. So I'll try to get some stations over here. Alright, but we still do need a name. Let me just double check one other thing. Okay. I know what we're going to do now. Sorry. Alright, well, what we need to do... Okay, let's get the colony established. Alright, we're going to do from... Actually, Terra Nova, Alpha Centauri will be the closer place. Let's go ahead, go from here. And we're going to name the colony Hyperion. Due to a major clerical error, parts of Pythrax have fallen behind in infrastructure maintenance and accommodation services. The people live in rather bleak conditions and will not tolerate it for long. Remedying these problems will cost us time and effort, unfortunately. We get sprawling slums and industrial wasteland. Tile blockers? Yeah, we can clear those. Earth is pretty built up at the moment. We need to clear this from Arcadia. Terra Nova, we need to clear this. Let's see. Farming complex? Scientist Alessia von Hamburg on board the science vessel URSF Einstein has made an interesting discovery on Clotlach 3. Massive mushrooms dot the landscape of this world. These mushroom forests are very strange looking and produce mists of spores every so often. They are quite soft, so they should be very easy to clear. One of our officers joked and wondered what they would taste like. Interesting.
Construction project concluded.
Alright, so let's see. Debris. I really can't spare science ships for debris analysis. Autocannon, afterburners, and ion thrusters. Small cutting laser and ion thrusters. I'm not that worried about it.
System survey concluded.
Okay, yep. There are hostile ships. Oh, and they're really no consequence. Alright, you're going to continue to survey. Actually, I'm just going to queue up all those surveys.
Research concluded.
Oh, and we'll need to survey this one. Survey that system. Starbase capacity +2 is done. Xenoscience popularizers. Empire leader capacity +2. Survey speed +20%. Empire influence gain. Xenodiplomacy. It's +10% additional influence. You know what? We'll do that. We really need the influence to build starbases. Or outposts.
Construction project concluded.
Alright, construction done. Get back over here and build that mining station again. The ransomers' best laid plans. The pirate base, while fairly inconspicuous, is obvious when you know where to look. A fleet in confused formation slowly drifts out from behind the repurposed mining complex. They were obviously not expecting company. Open comms. The captives need to be ready. Human captives. Hello again, President. I take it human ships are the cause of all this commotion. Our hosts seem about ready to leave their posts. Boarding this place would probably end badly for everyone involved, but if you attack the base directly, I think we can make a break for one of the lifeboats. Please try not to blow us up on our way out. Alright. Engage. Actually, this is the fleet, right?
Project concluded.
Oh well, whatever. Blow them all up. Actually, the big number's the fleet.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Alright, as the pirate base slowly tears itself apart in a savage chain reaction instigated by our military vessels, the search for the captive crew of the Luxian begins. They made it to a lifeboat. They should be attempting to hail us by now. Alright, freed human captives. President, this is the crew of the Luxian. The plan went off without a hitch. Once you started bombarding the base directly, the guards took to their ships. We were able to break down the cell door. The lifeboats were unguarded, and it seems you kept the pirates busy enough that they did not care much about our escape. Alright, welcome home. The ransomeers, all's well. The crew of the Luxians safely on their way back to Earth. Disaster has been averted. The Republic people are sure to glory in the decisive actions of the Stellar Republic's president. The situation with the kidnapping ransomware pirates as well as the pirate band itself has come to an end. Some questions remain, mainly relating to much larger piratical navy. The much larger piratical navy the captives claim to have seen through portholes shortly after the capture, but considering the circumstances, it can safely be assumed the threat appeared to be much greater than it actually was. The ransomeers are over and done with. I wonder, we gain 81 influence. That's going to really help. Savior modifier added for 120 months, giving happiness plus 10%. And you guys don't even need repairs. Well, head back to the Duvog system.
Research concluded.
Alright, we got turbo lasers. Oh, science ship. Actually, people were wanting me to send science ships north through the Castoria, which we can go ahead and do. Because it looks like there's a connection here. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this science ship over here to survey that system. It's going to be a long flight, and that's okay. Hyperdrive 3s, ion accelerators, alkaline development speed plus 50%. Blue lasers, energy weapons path. Let's do that colony development speed plus 50%.
Construction project concluded.
All right. These guys are done. We need to head here and build an outpost. We now need to build mining stations, which we'll have to wait until the end of the month. We get more minerals.
Research concluded.
There we go. All right, we got cruisers. Let's see. Flak batteries, afterburners, robotic workers, system metal refinery. Advanced warship components. Unlocks advanced warship components. Specialized components. Modules to enhance a ship's capabilities in many different ways. Let's see. Stellar cartography, navigational array, quantum thruster. Let's grab that. And let's go take a look at the new cruisers. Alright, so there it is. Let's clear the design. Let's change its name to the Apollo class. And let's see. Quad blaster cannons. What options do we have? We can go for all large weapons. Yeah, let's do that. See, the quad blaster cannons, 32.97, 29.33 for turbo lasers. 90 range, 90 range. So I think the quad blaster cannons are probably the better option. Auto-complete the ship. We probably want you to do artillery behavior at 80 range. And we want you to have accuracy plus 10%. Chance to hit plus 5. Chance to hit plus 5. Save the design. Get rid of this one. Oh, we need to set that to auto upgrade. Do I want to make a new cruiser? That uses missiles? Actually, hold on. These guys have 67 range. If we want them to get into range, we're going to need to change this to 60 range. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with a cruiser that uses primarily missiles. And maybe one medium weapon. See, 45 range. We have space torpedoes that have 80 range. Probably need to hopefully get some more torpedoes. Autocomplete the ship. Let's stick with the accuracy plus 10%. And we would want them to get that quad blaster. So we'll also tell them to sit at 60 distance. And we're going to call this the just a moment. Okay, we're going to call this the Artemis class. Sister of Apollo. Alright. So we now need to add some of those to our fleets. Upgrade the fleet. If you don't have enough minerals to do that. Let's see. Add ship design to fleet. Apollo class and Artemis class. Let's say one of each for the time being. I mean, it's already going to be so expensive to reinforce these fleets. All right. All right, the vessels we have come across in certain systems are definitely capable of receiving and transmitting... Oh, pirates sighted. Capable of receiving and transmitting standard communication protocols. Visual indicators point to their culture being largely spaceborne, and some phenotypes observed among them match no known planet-dwelling civilizations. Unfortunately, their crews are completely uninterested in civil discourse. What little we have been able to glean from intercepting intra-fleet communications indicate that they primarily subsist on piracy, occasionally recruiting fringe elements of spacefaring civilizations to their cause. They must be dealt with.
Research concluded.
Alright. Client development speed. Heavy laser cannons. Quad turbo laser. Ooh. Shields. Antimatter reactors, Prude assist research. Let's go with quad turbo lasers. Is that colony ship built? It is. Yes, I want to grab this little triangle here and then start expanding in this direction.
System survey concluded.
And I'd like to start pushing down through here because we want to get this system as well.
Concluded.
These guys get into the haze of the deathless.
Research concluded.
Alright. Xeno diplomacy, empire influence gain, plus 10%, 6.99 per month. Let's see, regenerative hull tissue, trust growth plus 15%, sociological campus, genetic modification, propaganda against xenophobia, ethics propaganda. Cooperative planters, cooperative artisans, cooperative laborers. Unlocks building. Mercenary assault army, mercenary defense army. Defense army damage. That's fairly easy to get, so we'll grab that. Directly control colonized systems 4 of 6. Okay, so we can take 2 more before we have to start making sectors.
System survey concluded.
Alright, so you've surveyed there. Go ahead and survey that system.
An alien empire has cracked our comms protocols.
The Nivlac's relocation was a great success. Since the young fungoid's arrival on Lacoli 3, it's apparent that its explosive growth has continued. It has established itself as a small people and recently even developed FTL technology, undoubtedly aided by the technology we left behind. We shall eagerly continue to watch their development. There we go. Alright, communications established. Excellent. There they are. The Nivlac Circle. They're fanatic xenophobe militarists? Really? We're delighted to meet you. They are fanatic purifiers? We probably need to declare war on them. Like, right now. I knew that they were going to be trouble. We need that gateway. Yeah. Yeah, we need to declare war on them right now. Before they can build a fleet. Declare war.
Processed.
Send the first stellar fleet. There's no route. What are you talking about? There's no route.
Tile blocker.
Yeah, there's a route. Oh, I guess it just hadn't processed the fact that there is a war now. Okay, so get the armies embarked. And let's get them massing in the Minius system. Alright, well, we are kind of long here, so we're going to go ahead and have to end this now. So, we will deal with this little problem, hopefully fairly quickly, and then we'll continue working on expansion. And I just realized we need to survey this system. This is where those, probably those ancient mining drones were. And we're getting to the point where I might need another science vessel. Alright, think about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.